that to yourself. If you want to do something, you think, oh, this is impossible, I can't do it, make it possible. Really make it happen for yourself. I also, if anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to kind of help you out and answer questions, whether it's on stage or out there. Just go ahead and raise your hand. I think you gotta actually come up here and I'll give you the mic. So if you wanna, anybody has a question, just kind of come on up. And while he's coming up, one of the greatest lessons in my life was in high school, when we had a television production department and we really weren't doing much. Nobody was listening, kind of like the people walking up and leaving now. But it just goes to show, if you're still engaged and you're still here, lucky everybody, if you're still here, you're interested, you want to do this. This is really important, you can't just brush this off. I'll get to the story in a sec. What's up?
Sean, you're speaking a lot about inspiration, obviously. I'm wondering who's your inspiration, or what is your inspiration?
He's standing right next to me, Lucky. You, my friend. No, my inspiration is I care about the fans so much because I haven't lost, and I hope I never lose, the fact that it's all of you guys who watch my stuff. It's the reason I'm doing this. It's the reason, so I never really remove that from my mindset. When I do a video, I know it's because you guys are watching. You guys connect. And I love that. So when I was in high school, we didn't really have a television production department, and it was just awful. People would turn on the news, nobody would watch. So I went up to my teacher and I said, we really should do like a Mentos commercial, some sort of commercial that we put on screen, it'll get everybody's attention, and they'll be looking forward to the news. She said, no, not gonna happen, all right? So I kept asking, nobody was watching, kept asking. Finally, the teacher was off one day, and the substitute teacher came in, and I was like, guys, now's our time. So we did it. We did it anyway, behind the teacher's back, aired it, huge hit. The next day, called into the principal's office. She said it was amazing, it was great. She wants me to keep doing it because people are actually paying attention to the important news that was being, whatever it was a Mentos commercial at the end and tied into like some sort of meaning like, don't cheat, doesn't matter. And I was like, awesome, yeah. So I go back to class and the teacher's sitting there. She was off from being away. And she's like, see, I told you it totally worked. And I'm like, are you serious? But I kept it cool. I was like, yeah, totally, our idea. So what I learned there is nobody's going to do it for you. Okay? If you want something, you gotta go out and get it. You gotta do it on your own. If you believe in it, go and do it. Okay? And then everybody else is gonna take credit. And I've learned that more than once. It's not every time, but a majority of the time, you're gonna work your butt off. Okay? Somebody else is gonna take credit, and nobody's gonna really help you. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong, you have your parents, you have your friends, and these people will guide you. But nobody is going to actually do what you need to do. Nobody is going to work harder than you. When I wanted to apply to college, I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida, wanted to go out to Los Angeles. Okay? Really wanted this bad. My parents helped me with all my applications, but the California ones. Another great lesson. The process ended, I had to pick a Florida school. So I did, I went to University of Miami. They said, you have to graduate. I said, okay. I went to my advisor and I said, okay, well, my parents need me to graduate. I want to graduate in 3 years. She goes, it's impossible. She goes, the amount of courses you take, it doesn't work out. Lo and behold, I figured it out. I wanted it bad enough. Nobody was going to help me. Graduated in 3 years. At the end, there's the advisor sitting there going, told you so. I knew you can do it. Because that's what people do. Then it was time to move on to Los Angeles. Parents very supportive, but they weren't going to buy my ticket. They weren't going to buy my plane ticket, their kid to leave across. I had to do it all on my own because I wanted it that bad. Okay? And this isn't a lesson to kids saying don't go against your parents. My parents were very supportive, and I got very lucky with that. But they knew what they were doing. We've got to teach them lessons. If I'm going to be on my own in Los Angeles, I was 20 years old. Just picking up and moving out. So it was one of the greatest lessons I personally learned from them. And I'm going to wrap it up. I don't want to take too much more time because there's a lot of funny people, except for the next guy. The next guy who you're going to see is definitely not. His name's Stupid Jack Stones. I don't know if you've heard of him. There's just a couple more things. One is my biggest fear in life. Did you have a question? Oh, come on. My biggest fear in life, I got over a couple of years ago, 4 years ago. My biggest fear I had was of, I'll tell you this is a cliffhanger. What's up, man?
Hey, So you do a vlog every day, you do a game every day. How do you, is there ever a day that you feel like, ugh, I don't want to vlog, ugh, I don't want to record game commentary? How do you get through that? How do you still make quality content? So you rock.
These are my setups, by the way. I had them set up and come. No, I know these guys, but yet they. Thank you for the help. Yeah, of course, there are the days. The other day, I'm a big fan of Phil DeFranco. The other day, he gets on and he just goes, "I just don't feel like it today. I just can't. I'm burned out." That happens all the time. I have a saying with all of you guys, which is 2 steps forward, 1 step forward. From the old saying of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's just keep pushing forward. And there will be those days you don't want to use it, don't want to do it. But think about the people who have the 9-to-5 jobs in the cubicles who don't want to do their job. You're making videos. There are going to be those rough days. You got to push through them, and you've got to figure out what works for you. What can I do to get myself going? You know how frustrating it was when I started less than a year ago? I'd release a video, and I got 7 hits. 7 hits. It was so frustrating. The 7 people are here. It was so incredibly frustrating. I sat there and I went, I put my heart into this. I tried so hard. And I'm like, my mom refreshed the page 6 times. Awesome. But yet I kept doing because I believed in my product. You're all your own stuff. Believe in your product. Nobody else is going to put more time and effort into it. My biggest fear actually ties into that. My biggest fear is a couple years ago I had a fear of succeeding. I was afraid to succeed. And that sounds ridiculous, but a lot of people have this fear. I was afraid. I've been very fortunate to be able to do a lot of things outside of YouTube as well, whether it's I did a Verizon commercial and a Disney show. I was able to do a lot of great things. So in that world, you got to meet with agents, you got to meet with managers. I was terrified. 4 years ago, I'd meet with the biggest of the biggest. I'd sit in that room and I'd be looking at them going, what if they like me? What if they actually like me and think I'm good? What if they send me out on an audition? What if I go on the audition and they like me? What if they want to give me my own show? All of a sudden I'm going to be judged. Are you kidding me? I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I'm good enough. I was afraid to succeed. What if I do good enough to where people are actually enjoying my stuff? And I got over it. I went out there and I just started doing it. YouTube was a huge help. More recently. But I wasn't able to do YouTube. I had to quit doing videos that I was doing because I was afraid. So, again, I had a point. Stop it. What was my point? Point is, someone will like you, don't dwell. Only failure is not trying. If you don't try, you're going to fail. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be afraid. You have to go in. And since that time, I walk into these rooms and I go, you know what? I like me. I think they're going to like me too. And you know what? If they do like me, awesome. I love that. That's great. I'm going to prove myself to them. So the last 2 things are this. I just got a text from some guy. You're going to do great. You're so funny. So nice. It's another YouTuber. You guys might have heard of him. Tobuscus. Have you guys heard of him? Whoops. Sorry about that. Just dropped this. What? All right. I'm an idiot. The final thing is, speaking of Toby, we go way back. Way back. We used to talk business all the time, and he's a perfect example. All of these YouTubers, you name a YouTuber, somehow find their first video. Find what they first did. I guarantee you it was awful. Horrible. My first video was awful. Come on, say it. Absolutely terrible. And the thing is, if you want to ask a question, just come on up. My first videos were awful. You need to find your voice. I remember talking to Toby when I got back into it. He's like, just do it. Just go, just do it. I was like, well, I have to have a saying for my first video. He's like, you don't really have to. You don't have to have a saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying about the saying? She knows. You don't have to have a saying. You just have to do, and it will come natural. That was his advice to me, and he was so right. It was like I tried so hard to come up with this stuff that I just started being me, and what I do in my regular life worked. And people either liked it or they don't. And if you didn't like it, that's okay. I'm cool with it. What's up? What's your name?
Isabella.
Isabella, where are you from?
Newport G.
Newport G? Where's that in? I have no idea where you're from, huh? How old are you?
8.
Okay. All right. You have a question?
Yeah. What's your favorite color?
What? You just want to ask me my favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Why blue?
I don't know.
It's an awesome color. My favorite color is pink.
Okay.
I'm wearing blue. You're wearing pink. And you know what?
What?
I almost wore that outfit.
Okay, that's a lot.
Can I ask you one more question?
What?
Who forced you to come out here and ask me that question?
No one.
You just wanted to do it on yourself? Are you the future generation?
I don't know.
You want to do YouTube?
Yeah.
You're like Isabella.
Okay.
Like Carl. Like Isabella Carl. I'm trying to mystery guitar Isabella.
Okay, now I'm just picking different YouTubers and adding my name in it.
Not doing that is a buskus.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously. Thank you so much. Give it up for Isabella, guys. Isabella. All right, my final thing is, yes, Angels Man.
I'm Angels Man. So I have a question. Out of the sideburns crew, who has the best sideburns?
I obviously do. I mean, that's no question. Look at these burns. Huh? Not bad. Good sideburns? Thank you. Thank you for the question. You have some good side. You're grown up. You're a little young. Yes. What's your question?
Would you and the Sideburns crew ever consider doing a cover and music video for Who Let the Dogs Out?
What? Yeah, we'll consider it. We're probably not going to do it, but I considered it just now.
It would be a dream come true for me.
Why Who Let the Dogs Out?
Because it's awesome.
Really, I feel like Cassie G. This is awesome. Really, it's awesome. That's great. I do a horrible Cassie G. This is my best impression too, which is really bad. All right, we'll consider it. We'll consider performing too live somewhere. I don't know. We'll do it. My final thing before I go, and then I do gotta promote one more thing. This is on my friend listening. I'll promote the thing first, then I'll go on to the final story, because I want to leave you with that. Throughout my venture, I did get the opportunity, I was doing a lot of live stuff. I constantly want to work. And one of the company came up to me and they said, hey, we're developing a live kind of streaming kind of site. And I was like, I'd love to be part of it. And it's called UVideo. It's just developed a very great community of people, and we're doing live gaming, you know, and I became the founder with Toby. And we're kind of working in beta mode. It's just in the beginning. It's UVIDY, so check it out. Hopefully you'll see more of it in the next couple months. I'm going to leave you with one thing. It's my favorite story of all my stories. If you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be anything, one piece of advice. I get emails about this all the time. And I noticed the pattern. I was answering these emails almost very much the same. Everybody asks me the how. How do I make a good video? How do I get subscribers? You know, first of all, set your goals high. You know, if you have a goal, don't set your goal to join YouTube. Set your goal to get 100 subscribers, because you have to join YouTube in order to even get 100 subscribers. So you're going to hit all these little goals. The most common question is how. How do I make a good video? How do I do this? Here's what I'm going to say. You got to just do it. The last story is this. It's an old story, you might have heard of it. There's a guy who prays every single night to hit the lottery. Every night, prays to hit the lottery. Every single night. He dies, doesn't hit the lottery, goes up to heaven, or whatever your belief is, and talks to God. And he goes, God, I prayed every night to hit the lottery. I didn't hit it. What's the deal? Because you didn't buy your ticket. So I'm going to tell all of you out there, if you want to do something, whether it's YouTube or not, buy your ticket. When you leave here, when you leave the playlist, go home. You want to do something, do it. Okay? Email me. I'll be an open ear. I'll answer anybody's questions. If you make a video, I'll watch it for you. I'll like it. I'll favorite it. But you got to do the work. Okay? I can't like and favorite no video. So buy your ticket. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been awesome.
Can we get another round of applause for Sean, please, everybody? That was awesome. That was awesome.